Stephanie is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my husband and I are considering building a second home by our parents.
Wonderful.
And we'd like your conservative opinion.
Awesome.
Because we're having a hard time pulling the trigger on it.
You going to pay cash?
We are.
Good.
So we are 31 years old, and our projected income for 2018 is $1.7 to $2 million.
Good Lord.
My husband's in real estate, and I'm a genetics provider.
Look at you two. Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you. We've worked hard. We've worked really hard.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, build a house.
Well, so there's one factor. Our only debt is we have a $1.1 million in a commercial building that's projected to be paid off by the end of 2018.
I guess.
So it's actually supposed to be paid off by November, if everything works out okay. We own our home outright as well as $3.5 million in commercial real estate outright.
You guys are amazing. Well done. How much money did you inherit? You know, it's just your fabulous income that did this, right?
We didn't inherit any.
But you're 30 years old?
Yeah.
Good gosh.
My husband's
you're an animal.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We lived lean and mean. My parents did have a college account for me that they said, if you have any money left when you're done with school, it's yours to keep.
Okay,
So,
but I mean, you did. I did understand. You have an annual income of $1.7 million.
Yeah.
Holy moly! Okay, so I'm so proud of y'all. Well done.
Thank you.
Look at you. So, how much does this house cost?
Well, we want to do it as cheaply as we can. My husband thinks he can manage a project, and we can do it for about $500,000.
Okay. And you're going to pay cash.
Right, but with the monthly payments from our real estate, from our commercial real estate.
Yeah, and then you're going to pay off the commercial real estate a little bit slower because you did this house.
No, we're not going to do the house until this commercial property is paid off.
Oh, and then you're going to pay cash for the house.
Yep.
Oh, it's kind of a no-brainer. Why would you not do it?
Well, we've lived so lean and mean for so long that it's hard to pull the trigger on something like this.
Okay, let me tell you, there's a balance here. Okay, there is great wisdom coming from a 30-something-year-old making this kind of money to say, I'm going to live lean and mean. And I want you to continue to do that. I don't want you to act like you hit the lotto or you're some kind of, drunk rock star or something, right? Where you lose all your money. We don't want you to be that guy. You're not heading that way. So let's live lean and mean, but there's 3 things you can do with money of this size. Matter of fact, there's 3 things you can do if you have $2. And you ought to do all 3 at all times. You ought to be giving, you ought to be investing, and you ought to be enjoying. You have been great at investing. I suspect you've been doing a lot of giving. I kind of hear that, but I just heard it between the lines. I didn't actually hear statements. We hadn't talked about that yet. But where you're struggling on those 3, it's harder for you to enjoy it because you're afraid you're going to become that guy.
Right.
The one who made a lot of money and was stupid. You don't want to be that guy, right?
Right. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I'm worried this is opening.
So here's how you know you're not that guy. And anyway you want, and then you can make all these decisions later easily. It's all about ratios. Most people don't have a $500,000 second home that they paid for in cash. But most people don't have a $1.7 million income at 31 years old. So most people are not our measure as to whether this is wise. What our measure is ratios as a percentage of your net worth, as a percentage of your income. What are you spending on toys, lifestyle, and second houses and cars and boats are toys and lifestyle. I have 2 second houses, a second and a third house, okay? I have 2 boats, 2 Sea-Doos, a bunch of cars, okay? But if you add all of that together, it is less than 5% of my net worth. So if it all burns down tomorrow, my life doesn't change. You follow me? Mm-hmm. That's how I know I'm not out of control. My giving is much larger than my consuming. My investing is much larger than my consuming, even though my level of consumption versus most people, or versus the way I grew up, I'm a kid from Antioch, Tennessee, the life I get to lead today blows my mind, But it's an unusual life. I'm in an unusual place, And so that's just the way it is. So if I buy a brand new Corvette, which is sitting out front, it doesn't affect, it's mathematically like when I used to buy a biscuit, you know? You follow me?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And that tells me I'm not being spiritually out of control. I'm not worshiping stuff because the percentage is such a small percentage of my life. Now, other people see it, and they've all got a lot of things to say about what you do. But other people aren't running your life. And other people weren't given $1.7 million income by God to manage. It was given to you. So you keep your ratios in check and take all your toys and put them in a pile and say, if we lost them all tomorrow, would it mess up our life severely? Financially, not emotionally. Emotionally, it'd be a problem, right? But severely. My lake house, boats, houses, cars, all went away tomorrow. I wouldn't even blink financially. And you wouldn't either. Would you?
No.
Okay. You could lose your house. You could lose this $500,000 house. You could lose all your cars and whatever other toys you've got sitting around. And with your income and your net worth already, you told me you got $3.5 million in commercial real estate and a $1.7 million income, it wouldn't matter. So your ratios are in check, and that says that you're not that guy. That guy is the guy who makes $1.7 million and spends $17 million with his posse. That's that guy. Or gives his mama an $8 million house that makes $1.5 million a year. That's that guy. You're not going to be that guy. That's where the ratios went the other way out of whack, over the top. So you're doing great.